to 4 Minutes Closer to God. My name is Doug. Today I wanted to discuss the idea that Jesus is a myth. Christians will abhor that idea, but let me explain. Myth comes with many definitions, from being on one end falsehood and on the other a foundational belief for a group or society of people. And so that's the one that Jesus would rely on or be part of. And so let's get some definitions so the communication is clear. Myth, like Greek mythology, is an old story about a god or hero or an event that may or may not be based on real facts. It's often used to explain how something in nature or culture came to be. Mythos can be all these stories of this kind from a culture. One thing about mythology is that it can build national self-esteem. There's nothing like a good legend to lift a nation's confidence, like Washington crossing the Delaware and ideas like that. A myth can be any story or idea that someone made up and treats as true. A myth can also mean something or someone that is not real. Myth can be a widely believed idea that isn't proven true but is used to defend or support a social custom. The ancient Greeks saw their myths as a type of history. They understood it to have happened. They didn't just think of the stories about gods and heroes as make-believe. They were an important part of their culture. These myths helped explain things like natural events, customs, or even past events that happened in their society. Throughout the world, we have Greek myths, Roman myths, Egyptian myths, West African, Sumerian, Mayan, Chinese myths. These convey deeper truths about the human experience, even if it's not factually accurate. That would be almost legendary. Myth often reflects universal themes and values to explore and understand reality beyond mere facts. So, what's the difference with a legend versus a myth? Legends are old stories passed down through the generations. They're usually based on real people or events, but get mixed with exaggeration, heroism, or fantasy over time. So they are somewhere between fact and fiction. The real power of mythos is its ability to express a singular truth that continues to be true in all times and all places. Well, C.S. Lewis tells us that the story of Christ is a true myth, a myth that really happened. It is God's myth, where the others are men's myths. The idea that Jesus is a foundational character for the whole world, but especially for Christians, is important to us. So in that sense, Jesus is mythical. He's a myth, but he's also the true myth.